Hello everyone. In the last video, we have discussed the digital fluency syllabus prescribed to the first BCom, BBA, BCA, and other courses. And we have discussed the different steps to log in to the futureskillsprime.in website. So after logging into the website, we can access Digital 101 course. In that course, we have three modules: Module 1, Module 2, and Module 3. In Module 1, we have 5 chapters. In that 5 chapters, first chapter is artificial intelligence. So for each and every chapter, they have given some practical activities. So let us go through the first chapter practical activities, that is artificial intelligence. That is nothing but AI concepts. So you can see on the screen. So here they have given, along with the practical activities, they have given some exercise question also. These exercise questions, no need of writing in record. Only practical activities you can write in the record. You can write them in the record. Okay. What are the exercise questions they have given here? 4 questions they have given. Exercise to assess understanding the concepts and assignments to test assimilation of knowledge. These 4 questions, no need of writing in the record, and you have to write in the record these 8 questions which are related to the artificial intelligence. So what are these 8 questions here? Students should write in record book practical assignments using common tools. So these assignment questions, you have to write it in record. First one is using any popular search engine, type any word in the search box and note down the automatic suggestions that are being displayed. Note down how many of these are topically relevant and related to current happenings. Okay, this is the first question. Like this, they have given 8 questions. So these 8 questions you need to answer in the record book. Okay, in the record book, you need to write these 8 questions along with the answers. So I have prepared the answers already. Let us go through the answers now. So this is the whatever the answers I prepared here. Digital fluency for first BCom practical assignment. Okay. So this is the digital fluency is a digital 101 course. In the digital 101 course, module 1, inside module 1, we have first chapter artificial intelligence. For that, they have given some practical activity. So first, let us discuss the exercise activities, whatever they have given here. Exercise to assess understanding of the concepts. Okay. So you go to shopping mall and purchase some provisions. You are a regular customer of the mall. Do you think AI is being used in this situation to make your shopping better? This is the first question. This you no need of writing in the record. Just will go through the answers. As a regular customer, what is the answer for this question? Yes, as a regular customer of shopping mall, AI will identify the customer as regular customer, and according to a mall application, more discounts and offers will be given to the regular customer compared to the normal customers. Whenever you go to shopping mall regularly, you will become a regular customer to that shopping mall. So they can give the app, the application inside their system, shopping mall system will identify you as a regular customer. So they can give offers for you when compared to the new customer or normal customers. Okay, irregular customers. And what may be the offers they may give you? What may be the discounts? Example, discounts may reduce the price of grocery items to 50%. For other persons, other normal people, they may charge full amount, but full amount or other, they may give little discount for them. But for regular customers, they are offering 50% discount in the price. Okay, so that is the discount given to the regular customers. So the AI inside the system of the shopping mall will automatically give the 50% discount to the regular customers by identifying them. And offers make you home delivery free. What is the offer? For regular customers, home delivery always free. Okay. So that who is doing that? This is done by artificial intelligence, which is there in the system, in the mall system. In the mall system, artificial intelligence, it is doing all these things. Okay. Sometimes through bank discount may apply for purchase. So what will happen? Whenever they're swiping their credit card of bank, so automatically a certain discount will be given to the regular customers. AI will give suggested list of items according to previous purchase details. Whenever regular customer is coming to the mall, when he is searching the items, automatically the system will suggest him the products for the regular customer based on previous purchase, based on previous purchase. So these are all the benefits of artificial intelligence for a regular customers in the shopping mall, for regular customers in the shopping mall. Okay. So that is exercise 1. This is answer you can write for first exercise 1. And you order food through an online delivery app frequently. Is AI influencing your ordering decisions? Suppose you are ordering a food in Zomato, Dunzo, some apps are there. So when you order online the food, so will it influencing, AI is influencing your ordering decisions? So that is the question here. When we order food through online delivery app frequently, what is the answer we can write for this question? When we order food through online delivery app frequently, the customer details will be stored in the app and no need of filling again and again all the details. Instant offers will be given by AI, so regular user can make decision to order. Yeah. So here, whenever you are frequently ordering in a particular online food ordering app, that is Zomato or Dunzo or Swiggy. So when you order, automatically the app will identify you as a regular customer and it will instantly give you an offer. Okay, in the price of the item you ordered. Example, see that Zomato food delivery app. Sometimes it will give offer if a regular customer book an Ola taxi for hire for 1,000 rupees, Zomato will give food coupons for 100 or 200 rupees. So what will happen if you book a Ola taxi? This Zomato company, Zomato app, food delivery company can give you an coupon of 100 or 200 rupees when you book the trip for 1,000 rupees. When you book a taxi for 1,000 rupees, the Zomato coupon will be given to you. That is 100 rupees or 200 rupees. So like that, this is the example for offers, whatever the online food delivery apps are giving. If the customer don't want that food coupon, he can get the coupon money from the Zomato into his account. So if he doesn't want to take the coupon, he can ask them to credit the money to his account only. Okay. So like this, he can make a decision. He can make a decision. They will give offers. Among the offers, whichever the offer for him it is suitable, he can opt it. Okay. So like this, customer can make ordering decisions. So like this, in online food delivery apps, there will be more options will be there for regular customers. So automatically they can choose the uh, offers given by the food online delivery apps. Okay. And once the information filled by the customer, that will be stored permanently in the app. And another time, whenever he is booking an food item, just 1 or 2 clicks, he can order the food. Okay, because all the data will be stored permanently in the app. So that is also here. Also, AI is influencing. Artificial intelligence is identifying customer and automatically it will give the offers for the customers. So these are the answers you can write for that. And assignment to test assimilation of knowledge. Okay. So here also 2 questions are there. these questions also no need of writing in record, but let us know the answers for these questions. Write 3 situations in our daily life where AI is coming to your aid. So in day-to-day lives, we are using AI. How AI is coming to our aid? How AI is helping us in our daily lives? Okay. So first, let us know what is the answer for this question. At least 3 situations you need to write in your daily lives where you are using AI. First one is controlling the home appliances through mobile phones. Nowadays, by sitting in your chair itself, you can control all the home appliances. For example, washing machine, refrigerator, whatever the devices, home appliances devices are there, you can regulate them. Or switching on a light, fan, everything can be controlled by your mobile phone only. Okay, mobile phone, through the mobile phone apps only. Okay, so in that way, artificial intelligence is helping in our daily life. Okay, so next, second one is automation of car controls, driving, playing audio, video, switching on AC through mobile phones. See, through mobile phone only you can do everything in the car also. All the car controls are controlled by using mobile phones. That is through artificial intelligence. Again, what you are doing, playing music, playing video, switching on AC in the car, everything can be done using mobile phone only. Okay, next, Google Maps to find the location and guide us the path to go to the destination. See, we have Google Maps in our mobile. When you open the Google Map, automatically it will show where you are present right now. From your location to other location, you can check the distance and it will guide you to go there. Okay, when you click on the start button in the Google Map, when you are traveling, it will take you along with the path to the destination. So this is also one of the how here also artificial intelligence is applied through the satellite. The Google app, Google Google app will identify the route through the satellite and it will guide us to go to the destination. Okay. Google Maps app. Okay, so a stock market prediction through apps. Some people they're investing in the stock markets. If they want to predict what will happen, they will get loss or gain. So for that prediction also, this artificial intelligence apps will help them. And Xerox machines automatically scan, print the contents both sides of the paper without human intervention. Nowadays, Xerox machines, they can scan automatically, they can print the text in both sides of the papers without human intervention. Automatically, only the job is you need to submit the papers. Automatically, it will print back and front and it will scan the documents, everything it will do, and it will give the sheets, printed sheets to you. Okay. So here also artificial intelligence is helping. Next, we have second question. Can you think of how AI can be used to make life easier for senior citizens? Mention a few instances. So how artificial intelligence is helping senior citizens, that we need to explain here. See that? Yes. What is the answer here? Yes, through automating the daily work in home through mobile phones. Okay. So nowadays senior citizens above 60 years or above 70 years, they can't walk. Okay, they can't walk often and often. What they'll do, by sitting in the chair itself, they can control all the devices in the home by using mobile phone apps or through remote control. They can control the home appliances. Okay, all the daily work can done by using the artificial intelligence enabled devices. Okay, so in this way, the artificial intelligence is helping the senior citizens, and they can ask the wheelchair. Some of the examples we when we discuss They can ask the wheelchair to come to their place by just saying, "Hey, chair, come here." So here, senior citizens uh, they can ask wheelchair to come to their place by just saying, "Hey, chair, come here," through the mobile app. They can tell a robot to put clothes into washing machine and switch on. Because they are old, they can't wake up and put the clothes into the washing machine. They can instruct the robot to put the washing clothes into washing machine, and automatically it will be switched on. They can send instructions to coffee machine to give a cup of coffee. They can switch on TV just saying, "Hey, TV, switch on." Lift in the apartments. Okay, they can get into the lift and automatically, and their and they can get out from the lift. Okay, so it helps to test the blood sugar levels and blood pressure, heartbeat rate, etc. So all these things, almost all activities, day-to-day activities, can done by the artificial intelligence only, with the help of the artificial intelligence only for the senior citizens. Now there is no uh, much risk for the senior citizens because everything is automated through mobile phone apps or remote control. They can perform almost all tasks in day-to-day lives. So this is how artificial intelligence is making easier for senior citizens, life easier for senior citizens. Yeah. So these four questions, no need of writing in the record. From here you need to write in the record. Okay. Practical assignments using common tools. Let us go through the first question now. These are the actual questions you need to write in the record. These questions, practical questions related to the artificial intelligence. What is the first question they have given in the practical assignment? Using any popular search engine, Google or Bing, type any word in the search box and note down the automatic suggestions that are being displayed. Note down how many of these are topically relevant and are related to current happenings. Okay, this is a question given by them. And for that, I have written here the answer. So you need to in the white page of the record, you need to put the snapshots. You need to paste the snapshots, whatever you are taking from the system or mobile. Take them Xerox and attach on the white sheet of your record. Okay? So this is a snapshot I have taken, screenshot one. So when I type here MO, what is the search engine I am using here? Google. When I type MO here, automatically it will give me some suggestions. What are the suggestions it is giving here? Mobiles, Flipkart, mobiles app testing scenario, mobile app testing checklist, job manual or mobile testing, like this. But right now I am searching about mobiles. So this is my relevant topic. This is my relevant topic. All other suggestions, whatever it is displaying, it is not related to me. So that's why what I am writing here. Here I am writing in the first screenshot one, relevant to topic is mobiles Flipkart, and irrelevant topics are mobile app testing scenarios, mobile application testing checklist, manual, job manual, and mobile testing. Okay. These are the some irrelevant topics. Now I am searching for mobiles. That is my relevant topic, mobiles Flipkart. Like this, along with the relevant topic, it will show as irrelevant, unrelated topics also. Okay. So that we are noting down here in this example. And the second screenshot also I have taken here. Second screenshot example. Here, how to use the print screen. How to use the print screen. That is my topic I am searching. So here it will give so many number of topics here. In this topic, in this screenshot, in the above example, relevant topic is how to take screenshot in Windows. That is the relevant topic. How to take screenshot in Windows 10, on Windows. All others are not related to me. So that's why in the above example, relevant topic is how to take screenshot in Windows, and irrelevant is print screen shortcut. Print screen shortcut. This print screen shortcut is not related to me. Only I am searching how to take screenshot on Windows. So like this, we need to paste the screenshots in the white sheet of the record, and in the ruled sheet, you need to write the question as well as the answers, whatever we are writing for these screenshots. Okay. So this is answer for first question. What is the first question here? Just go back. So here, using any popular search engine, I am using Google search engine here. Type any word in the search box. I typed here mobile, MO, and note down the automatic suggestions that are being displayed. So here, automatically it will suggest so many things, but out of these things, some of are relevant and some others are irrelevant. Okay, we have to note down that. We have to note down that. That's what I am doing in the here. I have noted down the relevant and irrelevant topics in screenshot 1 and screenshot 2. So that is the answer for first question. Go to the second question. Use any word processor to type small report on any topic, or type a small SMS on your smartphone, deliberately make spelling mistakes or grammatical mistakes. Note down the suggestions that are being offered by the inbuilt spell check utility. So this is the second question. What is the second question here? In second question, you need to type something in the Microsoft Word or Notepad, any text editor. If you are typing something there, deliberately make spelling mistakes. Intentionally, you make mistake in a word so that it will show a red underline mark below that word. So when you right click on that red underlined word, it will show some suggestions, correct suggestions, correct spelled words. Okay, you can select any one of the word in that one. So this is the second question. I have attached the screenshot for that. Here I have written in this. I have written one paragraph here. In that paragraph, I have typed smartphone. That smartphone spelling is correct, but I have not given S as capital and space between smart and phone. That's why it is showing red underline. So, and when I click on the smartphone, right click on the smartphone, it is showing me the suggested words, that is smartphone and smartphone. One smartphone is with capital S and another smartphone is with space between smart and phone. So any one of these suggested words I can select. When I select that, automatically that red underline will be removed. Okay. So this is example for showing how the text editor will give us suggestions whenever we make some mistakes while typing the word. So that is the second question. So here in the above picture, smartphone spelling is correct, but Word app is Microsoft Word. No, I'm using this app is giving red line saying that error, space is not given, plus first letter is not capital. So that's why it is giving a red underline. So when I right click on the word, it gives suggestions. We can select any one which it is suggesting. Then the error will be corrected. Okay. This is the example for illustrating how the text editors will identify the mistakes done by the users by the inbuilt utility, inbuilt spell check utility. Okay. Even in mobile phones also, whenever we are typing some messages to our friends, will do the mistakes. No, they'll give a red underline. So after seeing that red underline, we can correct that words. So that is the second practical question. And third practical question, they have given identify a few websites, portals which use chatbots to enhance user experience. So we need to some this all these websites and portals, you can get it from the Google search only. And here, these are the some of the websites which use the chatbots. Okay, first of all, we should know what is chatbot. Chatbot is nothing but a small window which comes, which pop-ups in the right-hand side corner of the right-hand side bottom corner of the your screen whenever you open the website. Whenever you open a home page of a website, a small questionnaire window will open at the right-hand side bottom of the screen, asking that how can I help you? How can I help you? Then you need to enter a question. When you enter a question, it will give some answer like that. That is nothing but chatbot. Yeah, it is an instant messaging. It's like an instant messaging. It's like an instant communication established with the website. Okay, so that is the chatbot. Such type of chatbots are used by some of the websites here. We listed down here. B2B, business to business. That is Mobile Monkey. Mobile Monkey is one of the website. And the services Message Envy is another website. Restaurant, Domino's. When you log on to the Domino's website, a chatbot will come. Automatically, it will ask you in the right-hand side bottom corner of the your system or mobile. It will ask you, how can I help you? In what way I can assist you? Okay, then you can enter, I want pizza. So it will give you the answers. There are different types of veg pizza, non-veg. So it will give the inquire anything by using that chatbot. E-commerce, Peloton, okay, healthcare, American Bell, Brick and Mortar, Lincoln Davis and building suppliers like this. Okay, these are the some of the websites they use this chatbots. Nowadays, all the websites they are using the chatbots. Okay, they're start using the chatbots. Okay, this chatbot is instead of speaking orally, what you can do instant messaging. You can do the instant messaging at that particular time to talk with the executives, back-end executives who are sitting in the customer care center. Customer care center. Okay. So this is the third question. And we have given answers also. Fourth question is there. What is the fourth question? Is that install any activity tracker on your Android smartphone and study which health parameters it monitors. Which health parameters it monitors. Okay. Nowadays, so many activity trackers apps are there. Okay. These activity trackers, what they will do when we install these apps, activity tracker app in your mobile, automatically it will start tracking your health parameters. What are the number of steps you walked and what are the number of how many number of calories got burned in your body, and what is the distance you traveled. All those things it can track. So that's why it is called as activity tracker. That's why it is called as activity tracker. But what is the pulse rate? What is your heartbeat rate? Everything will be tracked by this application app. So such type of apps are called activity trackers. You can get a plenty of this type of activity trackers on your Google Play. You go to the Google Play in your mobile phone, just you type there activity tracker. It will give number of trackers. I have installed that Google Fit. You have observed here in this answer, I have installed Google Fit health activity. What is the activity tracker name here? Google Fit health activity tracker installed. In this app, we can check how many calories burnt when you do some work, when you do some walk, okay, for a few minutes, what is the number of calories burnt and what is the number of kilometers you walked. time taken to walk the distance. What is the time taken by you? And paced walking, in the sense, how many number of steps in 1 minute you are going to walk. Okay, so that is also, that is nothing but paced walking. In 1 minute, what are the number of steps you are putting? So that is nothing but paced walking. And it by using that app, you can check the parameters, that is your daily goals. Your daily goals. How many number of what is the number of calories you want to burn, and what is the number of steps you want to put? All these are nothing but daily goals, and your weekly targets. Weekly, what is the time you want to spend for walking, and how many number of calories you want to burn. So that is nothing but weekly target. Steps. Scoring 150 hard points a week can help you live longer, sleep better, and boost your mood. So that activity tracker also will give you some points. If you reach that target, uh, the target parameters, you will get some points. That points will indicate that you will be health. You will be. It will help you to live longer, sleep better, and boost your mood. Okay. So because of that only, it is giving some points so that users can achieve their goals. And energy expended. Okay. What is the amount of energy you are expending for achieving these number of points? So all these points can be tracked by using this activity tracker. I have given this Google Fit. I'm using this Google. I installed this Google Fit in my mobile. So I'm getting this, all these parameters I can check here. Yeah. So let me show you some screenshots. Here, some screenshots here. When I install this Google Fit activity tracker, it will give some screens here. See, in the first screen, try paced walking. Try paced walking. Okay. Try paced walking means 1 minute. What is the number of what are the number of steps I can walk? That I can set my by my own. I can set my own in this app. How many steps I can walk per minute? Okay, that is nothing but paced walking. And brisk walking. Brisk walking means per minute minimum 100 steps you need to put. Okay, so that is nothing but brisk walking. That also I can set in this app, and it will give us energy expended. Last, see here it is showing energy expended 250 calories. Okay, steps in last 7 days 2548. How many steps I walked? 2548, like this. Okay, it will show all these parameters when you install in your mobile, and set the pace you want to walk at. It is, and defaultly it will, there will be 100 steps per minute in this app. You can change it to your own values. I can change it to 60 also. I can change it to 70 also. Depending on your walking capacity, you can change it. If you want to make a brisk walk, more than 100 steps. If you want to make a normal walk, then you can change it to 60, 70, 80 like that. Okay. So these are the statistics we can check in this activity tracker, that is Google Fit. And here, see, here it is showing it is 250 calories I burnt, and 1.64 kilometers I walked, and 31 minutes I walked. Here it will show heart symbol. That means how many number of points if I walking for 31 minutes. Depending on the number of walking steps, it will give heart points. Okay, that heart points. If you are scoring more heart points, you are towards healthy. Okay, and choose your daily goals. So daily, some people they can they want to get 20 hard points if they walk for 5,000 steps. Some people, they want to achieve more hard points because they want to become more healthy. If they want to become more healthy, they want to achieve more hard points. Then they should walk 7,500. Still, if you want to get more hard points, then you want to walk 10,000 points, 10,000 steps, like this. So these are the some of the screenshots which show us how this activity tracker will help the user to track his own activities. Okay. Let us see some of the slides here. See here, hard points. It is showing. Let's set your activity goals. How many hard points you want? How many steps you want to walk? All these can be set. You can set here. And how to score your hard points. Score points for activity that raises your heart rate, like brisk walking, cycling, and HIIT. So whenever you walk fastly, or if you cycling, if you are doing cycling, then your heart rate will be increased, no? So then heart points will automatically increases in this tracker. And here plus and minus are used to change the number of steps per minute. I in the last screen I have set it as 60 steps per minute, and I checked it for 1 minute 48 seconds. What is the distance I walked there? 0.17 kilometers. And what is the number of steps I walked there? 109 steps. So like this, you can check your activity. What is, if you switch on this tracker in your mobile, automatically daily, every day, it will keep on counting until you switch on that tracker. If you switch off that tracker, it doesn't count any, it doesn't track any activity, your activity. So when you switch on this activity tracker, automatically it will keep on checking your activities. When you switch off this or log out from this activity tracker, it will stop tracking your activities. Okay. So these are the example slides I have given here. See, other activities also you can measure in this app. What are the other activities it will measure you? Body measurements, vitals, your heart rate beats, all those things, and nutrition, sleep. So next, how many hours you are sleeping, and cycle tracking. So like this, different activities of your different activities will be tracked by this tracker. This is activity tracker application. Okay. I am using Google Fit. In that Google Fit, all these activities will be tracked by this Google Fit. Okay. So like this, these are the some of the screenshots. You can try any tracker. I am trying here Google Fit activity tracker. You can try some other trackers also available. Okay. So after trying it, you need to put some screenshots here. And you need to put some screenshots along with the what are the activities it is tracking. You need to write it them as an answer. I have written no here in the Go. See here, I'll show you. I am pasting the screenshots also along with the some answers here. What is the answer I have written here? If Google Fit, you should write you the name of the tracker what you are installing in your mobile. I am installing Google Fit. That's why I'm writing Google Fit health activity tracker install. Like this answer you need to write. And in this Google Fit, what are the things we can do? What are the things we can track here? Or calories burnt, kilometers walked, time taken to walk the distance, paced walking, and we can check the parameters, daily goals, weekly targets, and scoring heart points for longer life and sleep better, and boosting the mood and energy exponent. Like this, so many parameters I can activities I can track by using this Google Fit. Okay, like this, any tracker it may be, you should specify the name and what are the things it can able to track. That you need to write the answer and attach some screenshots. Attach some screenshots in your records. Okay. So that is the answer for that question, activity tracker question. And fourth question, that was the fourth question. And the fifth question is that, what is the fifth question they have given here? Using any search engine, find out which Indian healthcare companies have products that use AI and make a list of the same with the features that they offer. So here they're asking, we need to list some of the healthcare companies which develop the products that use AI, artificial intelligence. Okay. Now let us list some of the companies here. Niramai. Okay. List of the companies bringing AI into healthcare in India. What is the first company? Niramai. Bangalore-based Niramai Health Analytics was founded in 2016 by Geeta Manjunath and Nidhi Mathur. What is their product? What is their product here? And they're asking in the question, make a list of the same with the features that they offer. Okay. So here, what are the product? What are the healthcare companies and what are the products they developed with the AI components? That we need to list out here. What is the company name here? Niramai is the healthcare. Niramai is a healthcare company, Bangalore-based healthcare company. And what is the product? Their product, the health tech startup has developed Thermalytics. Okay, this is their product, Thermalytics. Okay, Thermalytics. This is the product of this Niramai company that uses AI and a high resolution thermal sensing device for the detection of breast cancer at an earlier stage than the usual traditional methods. So here, before inventing this Thermalytics by this company, before that and all, the doctors they were using traditional methods to identify the cancer, breast cancer. But after inventing this, after detecting this Thermalytics product by this Niramai company, it will detect the breast cancer in the earlier stage itself. Before becoming serious, in the early stage itself, this Thermalytics product is going to identify the breast cancer, so that the early stages itself, doctors can prescribe some medicines for to cure the cancer. Okay. So early stage detection of breast cancer can be done by Thermalytics. Is a product developed by Niramai Healthcare Company. So next one is Cure AI. Cure AI is another company. What it will do, what its products will do, it uses deep learning algorithms to interpret and radiology images and scans chest X-rays, head CT scans, chest CT scans, etc. within a couple of seconds. See, this Cure AI is another company. The product developed by it uses deep algorithms to interpret and radiology images. Okay. So what it will do, it will identify the head CT scans, chest, it analyzes the chest X-rays, head CT scans, chest CT scans within a couple of seconds. It also has community solutions for COVID-19, public health and tuberculosis. So these are some of the features of their product, that is Cure AI. Next, let us go to another company, Healthify Me. Okay, Healthify Me is another healthcare company. It uses an AI-based virtual assistant, RIA. What is the product developed by this Healthify Me? RIA. So this RIA that keeps in touch with its users and solves the queries around fitness, nutrition, and health in 10 different languages. So what this RIA application will do, this RIA product will keep in touch with the users and it will solve their fitness problems, nutrition problems, and health problems in 10 different languages. Additionally, the app provides dietary recommendation, uses AI to track calorie intake and provide suitably health receipts and tips. So like this. And Farm Easy is another healthcare company. It has released its product. The smartphone-based apps connects users with these pharmacies to make seamless medical deliveries. In order to deliver the medicines in a fast pace, this app supports the users. This app supports the users. And Sigtable Technologies. This is another healthcare company. Their product automate the manual review of medical data, blood sample, urine, and semen microscopy, retinal image analysis using AI. It operates in the field of pathology and ophthalmology, offering an automated digital microscope and AI platforms and solutions. So like this, different companies' products has their own advantages. Okay, advantages. You need to write their features. Their products has their own features. Okay, Onco STEM Diagnostics product 2011 funded by Onco System Diagnostics integrates machine learning algorithms to assess the aggressiveness of tumors and identify characteristics of recurrence risk over 5 years. See, some people they may be having tumors in brain, inside body, in muscles. So this application developed by this Onco STEM Diagnostics, it will help to identify the severity of tumors or aggressiveness of tumors. Okay, within 5 years, what may happen for these tumors? So that can be identified by this product developed by Onco STEM Diagnostics. Next, Artellus. Artellus is another company, healthcare company. What is the feature of its product? The health tech startup has recently developed an AI-powered contactless diabetic retinopathy screening system that can conduct an eye examination in less than 3 minutes. So, what is the use of this product? Artellus. Its product helps to identify and to screen the retina of an diabetic patient. Retina of an diabetic patient within 3 minutes. Within 3 minutes. So eyes of a diabetic patient can be screened within 3 minutes in order to check the disorders, in order to find out the disorders. Next one is Tricog. Tricog is another healthcare company. Its products are Insta ECG. First product is Insta ECG. The flagship product is a cloud-connected device that helps interpret and analyze ECG reports within just 10 minutes. Okay, within 10 minutes, it will give the ECG report. What is the product name? Insta ECG, developed by Tricog. And another one is Insta Echo, another cardiac product that assists doctor in quick and accurate echocardiogram diagnosis within a few hours to test. This is related to heartbeats. Heartbeat, how the heartbeat is changing. What is the accurate heartbeat of a patient that can be diagnosed by using this Insta Echo product developed by Tricog healthcare system. So it was awarded the NASCOM Artificial Intelligence Game Changer Award in 2018. So it is Tricog is also awarded by NASCOM. Okay. So these are the some of the healthcare companies. They developed their own products for helping in medical field. Yeah, assisting doctors in medical field. So that is the answer for fifth question. And now sixth question. Let us go to the sixth question. So use Google Translate to get translations from English to Kannada, Hindi, Marathi, and vice versa. Here, I opened the Google search here. In the Google search, just you type the Google Translate English to Kannada. When you type it, automatically this screen will come. In this screen, English and Kannada will be there. When I type something here, student, in Kannada side, what it is giving, Vidyarthi. Automatically, it will translate the English word to Kannada. When I type something here, student, it will give Vidyarthi in Kannada side. That is what I am doing. I am converting English to Kannada. English word to Kannada. For doing this, what you need to do? You need to open the Google search engine. In that Google search engine, just you type Google Translate English to Kannada. Then it will give two windows. In first window, you type student. Automatically, it will give the word in Kannada, Vidyarthi. Another example also. Here, see, again you open the Google search engine, just you type Google Translate English to Hindi typing. English to Hindi typing. Here I typed, here also it is giving two windows, English and Hindi. When I type teacher, automatically it will give Adhyapak. It will give Adhyapak in Hindi. Okay. In the similar way, in the reverse also you can do. You can type here Google Translate Hindi to English. Hindi to English, then it will open. It will give two windows, Hindi in the left hand side and English in the right hand side. When you type in word in Hindi, Adhyapak, in the right hand side, it will give teacher. Okay. So that is, these are the two screenshots I am giving the answer for, giving as the answer for this question. What is this question? Use Google Translate to get translation from English to Kannada. Kannada, Hindi I have done, Marathi I have not done. Okay. Kannada, Hindi, and vice versa. Now let us go to the next question. What is the next question? Use Google Assistant on any Android smartphone to dictate commands and to launch apps. You can try this in your local language. Okay. So nowadays, mobile phones, Google Assistants are can be operated by using local languages also, Kannada, Telugu, what in Indian local languages. Now see here, what are the steps to use Google Assistant on your smartphone? Follow these steps. We need to follow some steps in order to enable the Google Assistant, enable to activate the Google Assistant. First, you go to the settings in your mobile. There, Google option. In that Google option, you go to the settings for Google Apps. In that search assistant and voice. So after that, you need to select Google Assistant. In that Google Assistant, you need to select Hey Google and voice match. After selecting that, select Hey Google. When you select Hey Google, it will give you one option to speak 4 times. So there you need to speak 4 times. You need to speak 4 times. Hey Google, hey Google, hey Google, hey Google. Like this 4 times when you speak, automatically it will capture your voice and it will save it for future use. Okay, and save it. So that is how we are setting up the Google Assistant. After setting it, just you go back to the main screen of your mobile and call Hey Google. When you call Hey Google, Google Assistant will come on the screen of your mobile to help you. And whenever it is appears on the screen, you need to say, Hey Google, open Facebook. Then it will open Facebook app in your mobile. Suppose if you want to open WhatsApp, say, Hey Google, open WhatsApp. It will open WhatsApp. Then if you want to close all the apps, then say, close yourself. Okay, it will close all the apps. It will close all the apps like this. These are the steps in you need to follow in order to enable or activate the Google Assistant. After that, these are the some of the activities you can do by using the Google Assistant. Okay, this is the 7th question. This is the 7th question. Okay. Now, for this 7th question, practically, let me show you how we are using the Google Assistant in our phone. Okay. See, what are the steps I have written there? I'll use in your my mobile phone here. In my mobile phone, I'll try to use that. I'll try to use that in my mobile phone now. Sure. What I need to do, I need to go to the okay. Just I'll show here how to enable the Google Assistant here. So just go to the settings. When you go to the settings, just drag upside. There, what is that? Google option is there. You see here, Google option is there. Just you need to select the Google option there. When you select the Google option, scroll up. When you scroll up there, one last option you need to select that. What is the last option there? Setting for Google Apps. Setting for Google Apps. When you select that, automatically it will give some other options here. Search Google Assistant. What is it? Search Assistant and Voice. Search Assistant and Voice. Select on that one. When you select on that one, Google Assistant. It will give some options. In that options, you need to select Google Assistant. When you select Google Assistant, so it will give Hey Google and Voice Match option. First option, we need to select that. So after selecting that, Hey Google. What is the option you need to select here? Enable. You make enable here, Hey Google. You make enable here, Hey Google. So already I have given 4 times my voice and it is saved. So you need to, whenever you are logging into first time, setting the Google Assistant for first time, then it will give some other option. Then you need to speak 4 times there. I already stored my voice here, saved my voice. That's why it is giving like this. Okay. Now Google Assistant is enabled. Now what I can do here, just go back to the my screen. I'm going to the main screen here. Just I'll call what I'll do. What I'll do here, just I'll call Hey Google. Okay. I'll say Hey Google. Hey Google. Yeah. Hey Google. Hey Google. Hey Google. Hey Google. Hey Google. Okay, that is how I I have set the Google Assistant, okay, in my mobile phone, but after setting that, you need to go to the main screen and just to call the Hey Google, then it will, Google Assistant will come and just to say the open Facebook and open WhatsApp, it will open the applications. And you say close yourself, it will close all the apps. Okay. Okay, in my mobile already I have said that Google Assistant, it was working, but now something happened. It was not working. It is not working. Anyhow, but if you need to follow these steps in any mobile phone, if you follow these steps, it will Google Assistant will be enabled, and you can do the tasks without using your hands. Hands-free actions you can do on your mobiles. Just by orally speaking, you can execute all the tasks in your mobile. If you say open Facebook, it will Google Assistant will open the Facebook for you. And if you say WhatsApp, it will open the WhatsApp for you. If you say close all the apps, it will close all the apps for you. Okay. So like that, whatever the tasks you are saying, it will do it for you. Okay. So that is how we are using Google Assistant on the smartphones. Okay. So follow these steps, and you try these steps in your phone and try to access all these things. Try to do all the tasks in your mobile phones. Okay. So next we have 8th question is there. So what is the 8th question here? You need to install the NASA simulator on your smartphone and find out about our solar system and outer space through simulations. So this NASA solar system simulator gives the details about all the planets, sun, moon, asteroids, dwarfs, etc. in our solar system family. For example, if you want to know what is the distance of Mars planet from the Earth, you can find out through simulator and view the picture. NASA Outer Space Simulator gives details about space objects beyond our solar systems. This Outer Space Simulator is outside of our solar system. What are the objects regarding information regarding that objects it will give. Okay, so this is the NASA simulator. If you want to NASA virtualization simulator will be there. That simulator you need to install in your mobile phone, smartphone, so you can try all these things in order to see the distance from Earth to Mars, Earth to other planets, all those things. So this is one of the screenshot when I install the NASA solar system simulator. Okay, NASA solar system simulator, when I install it, it will give like this picture. Here it will give different options: solar system, planets, moons, asteroids, comets, etc. Whatever the planets you want, when you click on the planets, it will show all the planets in your solar system. Okay, if you click on the solar system, it will give the structure of the solar system, how the solar system is arranged. Okay, and moon. For our sun, there will be one moon. For other suns, for other planets, there will planets or suns. There will be more number of moons will be there. Okay. It will show us. When you click on that, it will show us. It is giving here planets are dwarf planets. Planets are 8 and dwarf planets are 5 and moons are 200. Asteroids are this many asteroids are there. So this is the solar system simulation, exploration or simulation. So here, when I clicked on the one of the planets Saturn, it is showing the Saturn structure and how much distance from the Earth. See here, it is showing distance from Sun. It is showing some huge number of kilometers are there, and one-way light time to the sun. This many number of minutes it will take from the sun to Saturn, and the length of the year. 10 years, 10 years, 759 Earth days. Okay. 10 years, 759 Earth days it will take to reach this Saturn. Okay. So like this is nothing but simulation. This is nothing but simulation. How can we, what is the distance between sun and this planet and Earth and this planet? Like this, we have different things we can find out by this simulator. This is 29.45 Earth years. This many number of years it will take to reach this planet from the Earth. Another snapshot is the solar system. This is outside the space. Outside the space, some asteroids may be present. Asteroids are also small rock-like structures. Rock-like structures. They're small, smaller than planets. Okay, they are. They will be outside or inside the solar system. In between planets, they will be keep on moving. Whenever they hit some of the planet, some when they come and hit the Earth or any other planet, earthquakes or tsunami may happen. Okay, so like this, such type of objects which are moving in between the planets are called as asteroids, comets or meteors. Okay, like this. I hope you got an idea how to write the record for the first chapter, the artificial intelligence practical assignments. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, share it and like it. Okay. Subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thank you all of you.